We're making Buckeye Brownie Bites. As if the candy wasn't already awesome on its own, today we're pairing it with brownies? Yes, we are. Let's get started. We're gonna start off by making the Buckeye Candy part. To a bowl, we need 2 tablespoons of softened butter, 3/4 of a cup of powdered sugar, and half a cup of creamy peanut butter. Like always, I will have an ingredients list pop up on the screen towards the end of this video. It's also listed down below in the video's description box along with the directions. We're gonna mix this until it all comes together, sort of like this. Grab a spatula, scrape the sides, and gather everything up in the middle. Now would be the perfect time to make sure everything has been fully mixed in. We don't want any lumpies. Okay, this looks good. Now this recipe makes roughly 36 brownie bites, which means we need at least 36 peanut butter balls. Divide your peanut butter mound into 3 equal parts. Take 1 piece and slice it in half. Take that half and roll it out into 6 equal balls, like this, and then repeat with the other half. In total, you should get 36 peanut butter balls. We're gonna place them in the fridge to firm up while we work on the brownie part. To a large bowl, we need half a cup of vegetable oil, 1 cup of sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and 2 eggs. We're gonna mix this until everything looks nice and smooth. Next goes in the dry ingredients. We need half a cup of all-purpose flour, 1/3 of a cup of unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt, and 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking powder. Mix, mix, mix. Go ahead and give that bowl one more good scrape. Now to make this easier and, in my opinion, mess-free, I'm sticking my brownie batter in a piping bag. I also don't want to make a mess in my mini muffin pan, so I'm going to use these mini paper candy liners. You don't have to use these. I am because they're here in my pantry and I might as well use them. Everything is linked down below if you want any of the tools you see here. But if you prefer to go old school, nothing wrong with that. Just spray each cavity with nonstick cooking spray and you'll be good to go. We're going to fill these up 2/3 of the way full. As a side note, the mini paper liners are just a little bit taller than the actual mini muffin pan. That being said, you might end up filling the liners with a little bit more than what's recommended, and that's totally fine. Just so you know, you might end up with slightly fewer brownie bites. I think in total I only ended up with 30 instead of 36. Into the oven at 350 degrees for 15 to 20 minutes. However, I pulled mine out right at 15 minutes and felt they should have been pulled out at 12 minutes, maybe even 10 minutes. I prefer a softer, chewier type of brownie, and if you do too, you might also want to lower the bake time. Once the mini brownies are done, grab a chilled peanut butter ball and push it down into the center of the brownie while it's still hot. We're gonna let these cool in the pan for a few minutes before moving them to a cooling rack. To make the chocolate drizzle, we're just gonna use this chocolate flavored almond bark. If you don't have access to this, you can use regular melting candies. Chocolate chips work too if that's what you have on hand. There are melting instructions on the back of the package. If you're using chocolate chips, you're gonna wanna melt them in the microwave for about a minute, stirring every 20 seconds or so. If you do go with this particular chocolate, you're probably gonna need only 1, maybe 2 squares. I think I used 3, which was definitely at least 1 square too many. The great thing about this almond bark is the consistency is perfect for dipping strawberries, cookies, and just about anything really. Once the chocolate is nice and melted, again I'm gonna go with a piping bag, but you could use a sandwich baggie here. All we're gonna do is drizzle our chocolate over the brownie bites, transforming these peanut butter balls into fancy looking Buckeye balls. And we're done. Give your chocolate a few minutes to set before moving them to an airtight container. Here's that ingredients list. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Until next time, I'll see you all in the next video.